Hello, primos. I wanted to share this message with you as a request, and also as as a way of telling you that I'm working on getting through this traumatic situation that I went through recently. So in early September, I had I would describe like a traumatic situation where a person had a blade up against my neck under certain circumstances. I really don't want to talk about it right now. And I've been seeing a psychotherapist for about 5 weeks now. We have 5 more weeks to go before she issues like a diagnosis, but it's something in the realm of post-traumatic stress. And I've been having some really bad thoughts recently in connection to that. And I've spoken to Jorge Luna, who's agreed to be my sponsor if I have those bad thoughts come back. And I put him in contact with my psychotherapist, and he's just agreed to be a safe space if that ever happens. And it's been very rare, but I just want to be I want to have someone, a family member to go to that I really, really trust and will be there for me. So thank you, Jorge, for doing this for me. Um, I The other note that I wanted to say is that I know my father is looking after me. He was a big believer in reincarnation. That's something I learned from a person I interviewed for this series. And I had noticed that every time I was having like a bad moment or a bad experience, I would see a red cardinal, like a red cardinal, right? And and I couldn't really decipher why this was happening. And then I realized that the St. Louis Cardinal is named after St. Louis. And my father once told me that I was named after our grandfather Francisco Solis because he loved Joe Louis, the boxer. I didn't know that. So, in the past few weeks, on two separate incidents, on two separate occasions, I was almost in really bad accidents. And I just feel that my father's grace saved me. And it's so hard to explain, but he's been sending me messages saying that I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna get through this. And I bought this journal to write in, and I had it around for about 2 to 3 weeks. And then one day I decided to open it up. And this is like a journal to just reflect on. And sure enough, there's a red cardinal there. And the other day, this past weekend, I was going through some boxes of mine to look for some gift items, and lo and behold, I found this, and I found these little red bird thingies right there. And I thought, these are for my girls, right? These little red cardinals. And then I was at Craftiques, where my mom is. Then my father's name came up. And she was busy with a client at that very moment. So I walked around, and sure enough, I find this. And I thought, and it was on an elevated platform. And I felt like he was looking after me. So yesterday I saw my psychotherapist at 2 p.m. and I had a really bad night, and my right kidney just flared up, a kidney stone issue, but it dissipated after I drank a lot of water. And And this morning, I was visiting a thrift shop, and I found two items that really solidified the concept and the knowledge that my father's looking out for me. And I found these two items. The first one says, "With God, all things are possible." And then I found a Joe Louis memorial stamp, which confirmed that he's looking after me right now as I go through this. I'm going to get through this. My psychotherapist is really helping me through this process. We're making wonderful advances every week. And I can't explain it. I'm not going to really explain what went down. I have certain family members that would probably laugh at me and make fun of me if I were to tell the story, not within your group, our group. And so I'm just keeping this very close to my chest. I grew up being bullied, and that type of criticism and laughter by people, it just bothers me. So I've had to end certain connections in my life over the past year because of that. So I just wanted to ask you to pray for me. And I don't want to have these bad thoughts about self-harm. And I know, I'm aware of when this happens, and I'm going to get through it with God's help. And Jorge, thank you again for offering to help me.